Good afternoon, YouTube. Well, I guess it's probably morning, maybe when you're watching this. Today is Saturday, April, what is today, the 6th, I think. Jordan and I are here just north of Penmar Park in Pennsylvania. We're at a random road crossing. We intended to park at Route 16, which is like 2-point-something miles north of Penmar. But when we got there, the lot was full. So we popped up to the next road crossing north, which is only like a quarter mile, and parked there. Oh, I forgot my lunch almost in the car. Thank you, Jordan. Anyway, I'm starting day one of my like section hike today, I guess you could technically call it. It's honestly actually part of my through hike attempt this year, but I'll talk more about that all those shenanigans later. But for now, I'm on day one of like a 8 or 9, I think it's 9 days hike. Planning on doing from here just north of Penmar to Front Royal. It's about 115 miles or so. Today's day one, hiking just under 9 miles to Raven Rock Shelter. So Jordan's gonna hike with me to there. And then come back to the car and head home, and it's on my own for the next 8 days. So let's get started. All right, guys, we are 2.5 miles into our day so far, and we are crossing the Mason-Dixon line. Boom. All right, heading back into the south, y'all. It's required to say y'all when you get to the south, if you didn't know. All right, we are at Penmar Park, officially in Maryland. And now we're all on new to me AT miles, which is exciting. I've been repeating Pennsylvania for the last 1.5 years, it seems. I've done some new miles in Jersey and Connecticut, but otherwise I've just been repeating PA over and over again. So yeah, this is exciting to have some new miles. I've been to Penmar before, obviously, but in a little bit here, a couple more steps will be all new, which is exciting. Here's the lookout from Penmar, which is pretty. And hopefully Jordan will be finishing here in a few weeks with his second FKT attempt of PA. Be a nice spot to finish. So we're gonna keep hiking. See you in a minute. All right, I just officially gave my first trail name assignment to Jordan. Previously, he had been toying with the trail name Snack Break because he always would stop to take snack breaks. But now that he has the fanny pack, he doesn't take snack breaks anymore. He eats on the go. But anyway, so in what year was that, do you think, Jordan? Like 2010? We were still living in New York. 2010.
Yeah, maybe.
2010, 2011 winter season, I think it was. I'm not paying attention to the trail. Jordan went on his like first overnight trip to Tuckerman Ravine with his friend Shane to do some backcountry snowboarding. And well, he did not have backpacking gear. So I'm gonna see if I can like put a in-frame picture in here of what he looked like. If he allows me to show it to the world. But so he used his regular, just like, I don't know, probably 18-liter day pack, strapped his not like split board, it was a regular solid snowboard, strapped that to the back of his day pack and used that as a backboard of sorts to strap his sleeping bag, and like I think you had a tarp or something too, didn't you?
Trash bag.
And a trash bag to weatherproof it. But anyway, where I'm going with this is this might be a very niche video, but in 2011, there was this video release that lives rent-free in my head to this day still. 13 years later. And it's like a funny video advertising the Flex Trek 37 trillion Whip Snake Edition backpack. And I'm gonna put a link to the video in the description because you have to go watch it. It's hilarious and it's very reminiscent of what Jordan looked like that day. And we were just talking about it. So I decided, and he's adopting it, that his trail name should be Whip Snake.
Whip Snake.
Whip Snake. You can even get fancy with it and say Whip Snake. And I just think it's fitting because that was his very first like overnight trip, and it's a memory I'll never forget. I have terrible memory as a human being, but this is something that is burned into my head, the image of him going on that trip and this video. So go check it out. I'm still awaiting a trail name. Wink wink. Maybe I'll get one someday, but for now Jordan is no longer Jordan. He's Whip Snake.
Whip Snake.
All right, so this is High Rock Ledges. We just saw some mountain laurel that was spray painted blue, which mountain laurel is like...
It might only be in PA that it's, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
State flower.
we're not in PA anymore. But I didn't realize you could drive to this. So this explains why that happens. Because people can't respect property that's not theirs. Like, spray painting rocks is one thing, but like, why are you gonna come here and spray paint trees and plants? This is why we can't have nice things. Stop graffitiing nature. All this trash that people feel the need to use this as their trash can. Do better. Be better. Don't be a piece of shit. All right. 0 out of 10, do not recommend High Rock Ledges. You'll just get pissed off. And I mean, it's a cool view, but I'm sure it's the same view as a lot of other views in Maryland, and definitely very similar to those in Pennsylvania. So I don't know. I don't know why they have that road open up to there. They should really just close it, in my opinion. Trash, graffiti, dog poop everywhere. It's not cute. All right, we have just a little bit of more of a climb before we get up, and then like 2.5-ish miles or so to the shelter, and then Jordan's gonna turn around and come back to his car, and my journey begins. All right, everyone, I am at Raven Rock Shelter. My watch said it was only like 7.74 miles, which is like almost a mile less than I thought it was gonna be. Super nice shelter. There's actually a lot of people here, which isn't necessarily surprising because it is so close to the road. There's a big group down the way back there that looks like they're together. There's some people in the shelter that have more like tactical type looking gear. And there is currently, I think, like a couple and a dog in the shelter taking a nap right now. So that's why I stepped out to not be loud, but I claimed a corner spot in the shelter. It seems like it's really well protected from the wind. So it's supposed to be in the 30s tonight. So that's why I opted to sleep in there as opposed to my tent, and a little bit windy, but there's a nice fire kind of going. But Jordan just left, so I'm going to eat some late lunch and probably crawl in my sleeping bag and hang out for a bit, and then have some dinner later. So I will check in with you later. Bye. All right, so I'm here at the shelter. Just hung my bear bag. 6:30 or so, and took a stop to the privy. Open air, no door. At least there's a nice view. Yeah, it's a nice shelter. Full campsite tonight. It's a Saturday, so not surprised. Lots of groups. A couple flip-floppers. Potential transient? Unclear. But he's a nice guy. I think he's harmless. I have a snorer self-proclaimed snorer, who is sleeping right next to me, so it should be interesting. But, yeah, I'm gonna head up. Just changed into my PJs. Gonna get cozy in my bag and maybe do some video editing.